the land of the pines. I'm coming my way to North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh to see my baby tonight. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
Running from the cold up in New England, was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I play the banjo now. Well, these no country winners keep getting me down. It's my money playing poker, I had to up and leave. I ain't involved.
And by the way, how about the thing, the blues band? Isn't that awesome? Yeah, absolutely awesome. Now you're going to hear from one of our alums. It's awesome that she came back. She wanted to talk about FA for us and what it meant for her. You need to know something. This beautiful young woman graduated from Meadowbrook, went on to Dana Hall, where she was the president of her class at Dana Hall. So we have a great leader from our leader. Ariann.
When pondering what to say this evening,
This is Redwood.
when pondering what to say this evening, the first thought that came to my mind was of how my life really began. A school of challenge, success, and family, the Meadowbrook School of Weston was truly the foundation that has influenced my life in more ways than an ordinary school could even fathom. Meadowbrook sought to bring out the best in me, not only as a student, but also as a person and as a child, to mature to become an exceptional human being, a woman of character who rose above the stipulations brought about by what some might consider a humble beginning. Holding true to Meadowbrook's mission, this beloved institution took the time to know, love, and challenge me by ultimately doing one thing first, by giving me a chance. Good evening. My name is Ariann Williams. I graduated in 2004 after 10 exceptional years here. I'm here to talk to you tonight about my unconventional journey that brought me to this school. My family is comprised of 5. My mother, my father, and my 2 elder sisters, all of which were born in Trinidad and Tobago, an island off the coast of Venezuela. It was for health reasons that my family first came here. My mother had hydrocephalus, a condition in which fluid accumulates in the brain and causes brain damage. To save her life, she needed surgery, so she came to the United States. Upon her arrival, and within hours, she was admitted into the hospital and was receiving emergency brain surgery. When my father wasn't at home assisting my mother in home health care, he was working at an auto body shop. I remember him coming home from school. I remember him when I came home from school. And his hands would be covered in paint. His clothes also. As a man who grew up in Trinidad, who didn't own shoes until he was 18 years old, he was doing the best he could for his family. After my mother transitioned into her recovery stage, she began to work for a group home, doing the overnight shift, which at the time brought in the majority of her household income. My parents worked non-stop, something I took for granted at that age. I usually was one of the first students to be dropped off in the morning and one of the last to be picked up at the after-school program. We had one car. It was a 1994 light blue Honda Accord. With the exception of the passenger door, which is stripped of pink. Betsy, that's what we called her. She took us faithfully every single day, from Dorchester to Weston. Betsy, though rough in appearance, was essentially my chariot, the catalyst of opportunity. Though my parents worked extremely hard, there were times when ends just simply did not meet. I remember there were times when I would come home from school and the lights wouldn't be on because our electricity had been disconnected. But despite the adversity and the financial constraints that my family faced while I was growing up, my matriculation at Meadowbrook provided me with an even playing ground. When I arrived at the school, I forgot about home. Not to say that my home wasn't a nurturing and loving one, because it certainly was, but so was Meadowbrook. The school became my home away from home. The teachers were invested in me, and they wanted me to do well. They also knew me well, so there was no slipping through the cracks. I remember faculty members like Mrs. Shreve, who tutored me in Learning Lab throughout the academic year, and over the summer to make sure I stayed on pace. She became a mentor and reminded me of my potential daily. On days when transportation was an issue, she would not only just drive to my house, she would pick me up and drop me off at school. Everyone here at Meadowbrook went above and beyond to make sure that I succeeded. Mrs. Shreve now lives in Pennsylvania, but that doesn't stop us from communicating. She even showed up to my high school graduation. School trips were the highlight of my experience here also. We started 6th, 7th, and 8th grade with a different trip. Whether it was hiking Mount Monadnock, obstacle courses in the Berkshires, or monuments at Gettysburg, I came back every single year saying to my parents, this was the absolute best. My classmates, incomparable. One of my favorite Meadowbrook memories are those little pink slips, because it would of course mean that I had a play date. I came home with a pink slip almost every day, and I had a different play date every week. My best friend was named Marina. She lived in Needham. My parents eventually considered her a sister to me and trusted her family with all that they were. Marina's family would go on to take me skiing in Vermont more times than I could count, sightseeing all over New York, and to all of Disney's parks in Florida. 22 years later, Marina and I are still the best of friends. My family didn't have the economic mobility that my peers had. But as a child, under the wings of Meadowbrook, I never knew. I never knew that my family was struggling. Meadowbrook was a crucial stepping stone to my future. Upon graduation, in the fall of 2004, I went on to the Dana Hall School in Wellesley. Like Meadowbrook, I had a great experience there. I served as the whole school student body president my senior year, leading over 400 students. In the fall of 2008, I continued my education at Bentley University, where I studied economics and finance and played on the field hockey team. We went on to win the NCAA Northeast 10 championship with various Presently, I'm in my 4th season working with the Boston Celtics. In my professional career, I work in the community engagement department with the team. My expertise is philanthropy, and my focus is on art and mentoring within the Boston community. In addition, I manage our Boston Marathon program. Since the start of the program, the past 4 months, we've raised over $135,000. While working, I get the blessed opportunity to work with a ton of different kids. And there's one thing that I've learned. Kids don't see color, and they don't see class. They see their friend, their teammate, their partner. I was allowed to be a kid at Meadowbrook because Meadowbrook gave me a chance. That chance is why I stand before you tonight. That chance is why a child's education shouldn't be dictated by their socioeconomic class. That chance, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm asking you to be more generous than you have in the past. Not next week, not next month, tonight, now. The money that we raise tonight will go directly to Meadowbrook's financial assistance. You will be giving children the opportunity to get the education they deserve. People like me. So now I'm standing before you to give you guys all a chance. A chance to have an impact. A chance to eliminate the boundaries and restrictions that may be facing a promising student. A chance to change a life. As Meadowbrook is a highly esteemed school, it is undoubtedly expensive to attend, and rightly so. The education attained here is unlike any education in the area, let alone the region. So with this in mind, I can't help but remember how I got here, and the generous people like you who made it all possible. They will never know your names, but they will be forever grateful. Thank you.
How do you follow that? I whispered to her that that was beautiful, and it was passionate, and it was so personal. And you know what? That's what FA is. It's personal. And I know that it's very difficult to talk about FA. It's uncomfortable talking about money and class and all of those things related to multiculturalism. But it is so valuable and important. That was beautiful, thank you. Every one of our children has those special and unique qualities because, as you said, talent does not know anything about class or race or gender, and that's what our school is about. We know and we love our children, all of our children. I began this week talking about what's at the bottom of my messages to you. We are all related. This community means that we are related to each other. We take care of every child in this school. So I need your help. We all need your help. Guess what? We have used all of our FA money. That's the budget proof. We need more. And that's what this night is about. To make sure that children of talent grow up to be such eloquent speakers. To make sure that every child has an opportunity to show that talent. Not just here, not just at a Dana Hall, but for the world. The Meadowbrook way. Thank you all. Are we ready? Can we understand? It's really difficult.
Ariann, I just have to say that was beautiful. I had Ariann when she was in 5th grade, so I feel a little bit proud right now. I'm also feeling a little bit old right now. So we're going to do this thing, raise the paddle, which we've never done before, but we think it's going to be a great success. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to punctuate the bidding and the event with a variety of southern phrases. I'm from Long Island, New York, but I Googled these. They're going to go really well. So if you feel moved to give, look at you, raise your paddle now. Well, rope me up and call me a dopey. Why, bless your pea-picking little heart. All right. Please remember, no amount is too small or too great to give here. It all goes into a kitty that's going to help a lot of very, very deserving students and enrich the entire community. As I can't say it any better than Ariann has already said it. Well, butter my bottom and call me a biscuit. I'm about as nervous as a long-tailed cat on a portico rocking chair. Sweet fancy Moses on buttered toast. Well, knock me down and steal my teeth. That's morbid. I don't know why. Thank you very, very much. Steve and I are as happy as some fat picks on a fat dog. Well, we're gonna wrap this up now. Thank you so very much.
Never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw. Any trouble with the law was the day they was born. Straighten the curves, flat on the hill. Someday the mountain might get them with the law. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow.
I'd like to give some shout outs, very important at Meadowbrook. We say thank you. First of all, to our coaches, please come forward. Lindsay, Veronica. I'd like to give a shout out to our whole facilities team, Tom and Chris and Peter Fenton, all these signs, and I'd like to give a huge shout out to Lana Harper who did this whole evening, organizing it together with our coaches, and to the massive roster, I'd like to thank you so much. Thank you so much. John Connor and his crew. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to have his pulled pork or his sliders, but that's some good eating, isn't it?
To a little bit of chicken.